Dudes. Dudes. How are you? How the heck is it going? Milkman Al here. Uh-oh. The wife calls. Perfect timing. I'll be right back. False start. Alright, I'm back. Good stream so far, huh? Very entertaining. Yeah, my kid is sick. Oh shit, I don't have my phone. I need that. Much better. Alright. Well, this may be a long night. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Cool. Yeah, so League start. League start time. Oh my god. I'm excited. Here we go. This is me. This is my Pathfinder, who will soon, very soon, be slinging blades of various kinds and hopefully blowing them up. That's a ways down the line, though, unfortunately. So yeah, this will be a Blade Blast, Ethereal Knives Pathfinder. I'm going to use the new Ethereal Knives Transfigured gem to leave lingering blades and blow them up, because that is an absolutely insane amount of lingering blades. So, we'll see how it goes. Should be a blast. Oh god, I'm hilarious. I'm allowed to make jokes like that because I'm a dad. Times 2, in fact. So I'm like super dad joke material. This is actually going to be kind of cool because I'll have an opportunity to use a few like seminal skills that I've never played with before. Like, I've never used Toxic Rain or Caustic Arrow. And I kind of want to see what those are all about. Nope. I forgot I have none of these things. So we'll just pick up stuff. Oh, I love League Start. This is exciting. I think this one might get ruined by a sick baby, though, unfortunately. I just had to go, suck snot out of her nose. And if you are, if you're a parent, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. There's this thing called the Nose Frida, which, you literally put one end of it in their nose, and there's like a sponge, separating the, like, suction tube and the chamber where all the snot goes, and you just suck. So you're, like, sucking stuff directly out of their nose. It's really glorious. And, sort of encapsulates being a parent, pretty effectively. Well, here's my path of building here. Where am I going? Yeah, I thought I was coming out the top. That's cool. To do that. Boop. Havoc is already level 90. Holy shit. Unbelievable. These people are nuts. I wish I was that efficient with this game and had that much time to play it. Because, like, surely they've been playing since League start, you know, like, the very start. I'm extremely jealous of that. But I'll inch my way along. Boop. I feel like I might need to increase the volume of the game here just a little bit. I'll do that as soon as I don't have a giant mob of shit chasing me. Ah, did I already die? That's what I get for not paying attention. Oh my god. This is why I don't play hardcore. Oh god. Oh god, I'm so bad at this game. Well, anyway, I am very happy to see that the new gems are not super uncommon. It seems like they're actually fairly common. I was worried that those would be sort of, you know, gating really cool builds, but they are not, and that is awesome. Makes me happy because it basically enables this build. Because this is going to use one of the transfigured gems, as I mentioned. Oh my goodness. good at killing mobs. I am not. Alright. Let's get back to Lion Eyes Watch. Woohoo. And then I will... What will I do? I'm gonna talk to people. Purchase items. Fine work with Hillock. Let's see, what do I get? Galvanic arrow, caustic arrow. That's what I want. Give me some caustic arrow. Hell yeah. I don't think do I really want to use my ID scrolls on a iron hat? Probably not. Alright, so what was I doing? Okay. Sound. Let's see how that goes. Save. There we go. Also, I feel like maybe this is a little loud. Did I change it at all? I don't know, probably not. Whatever works. So it's nice to be on the rare Friday stream, but I don't know, like I said, that I will actually be able to take advantage. Hopefully my daughter decides to sleep. Glass shank, I don't need that. Caustic arrow ready to level up. Hell yeah. Go get me a manuscript. Ooh. This is much better than burning arrow. Much better. Ooh, transmutes. I gotta grab all the stuff. Hey, is that guy carrying my arrow around? You can't steal my arrow. You wish you wasn't here in Brain Dead. So this is actually the character that I think I led you into starting last league. I'm actually doing it this league. But instead of last minute switching out of it, I last minute switched into it because I was gonna do Divine Ire totems, but then the pull was too strong, man. The new Lingering Blades gem just looks so awesome. And even if my exact plan doesn't work out, there are a couple other really cool chaos damage and poison skills that I wanted to try out. So, you know, there's lots of backup plans. Like the Viper Strike gem that does, you can only poison once at a time, but it does like a ridiculous shitload of extra damage. That looks super cool, and I will definitely consider using that. Switch out of my right-click gem because that's what killed this character. Had no idea to fix garbage damage. Yeah. So I think my plan. I'll show you in a second. I think my plan is to get poison chance as quick as possible. Do I need another life flask? Sure, why not? Ooh, a short bow. Wait, do I already have a short bow? No. Give me that. Oh, but this has my links. Weak sauce. Oh, I can't wear that? Oh, level 4. Okay, of course. Okay, so I think close that. Hey, do not save. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up here, get this mastery, because everything that I do basically will be chaos damage over time. Toxic Rain and Caustic Arrow. So this is generic. This will help against bosses, the 10% more damage. Oh, you guys can't see this, I'm sorry. There we go, much better. So I'm gonna come up this way, get the chaos damage over time, get that mastery, get this. I thought about maybe doing Spell Slinger to get Blade Blast and, yeah, Blade Blast and, Blade Fall going at the same time. But I don't know about that. So I think what I'm going to do is come over here, get the poison chance on hit. These two. And I'll have a chance to poison Gem as well. And I'll probably come down here to Toxic Strikes. I think that's what I'll do. But I don't plan on getting poison for a while. I don't plan on doing poison for a while. Like that will probably be, I don't know, I might not even do it until I can wear Katava's Thirst, which is this. So level 44. Because I'll need a lot of mana to make this work. And I think Toxic Rain, I'm going to use Toxic Rain Ballistas and Caustic Arrow on my bow to hopefully get me through most of the game. I think that should go pretty smoothly. Seems like it should, but, you know, the best laid plans of mice and men. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. But yeah, I do not plan on the damage being super great for a long time. There we go. So let's see. Volley, no. Mirage Archer. Ooh. I guess I'll take Pierce for now. It's probably more useful. Oh, but look, I can't use it yet. Just like everything else. That's great. Okay. Here we go. Vestal, what's up? And Tarkly? You give me stuff? I never remember when people give me things. Yeah, the garbage damage is a concern, for sure. But I think I'll be able to get around that. And Katava's Thirst is super cheap. Oh, shit. I gotta switch back to that. Yep, there we go. Ooh, what is this? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, is this the League thing? What am I doing? I'm gonna get ya. I'm gonna get ya. The Viridian Wildwood, okay.
So, my mother's stories were real.
What am I doing? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just running around. So I actually know nothing about this League mechanic at all. Which I think is kind of fun, honestly. Nameless Beast. Yeah, I generally don't bother with League mechanics until, like, my character's leveled up a fair bit. Like, maps and stuff. Because usually the rewards are dog shit, and it's just sort of a waste of time. I've heard, however, that the rewards here are much better and more useful early on. So that's cool. That's hard to do, I feel like. Oh. Do I get to leave? I don't know what happened there. No idea what that was all about. So I have a cool story for you guys. So, yesterday, I spent most of my day in the emergency room with my son. Oh, shit. Not watching the game. That's a problem. So yeah, that sucked. That was not cool. The reason we went is that he's sort of been, you know, kind of like low-grade sick for like a month, basically. Like, you know, it's been a bit of a saga. Like, we went in and he tested positive for strep, so we treated strep. You know, he's had like a stomach ache basically continuously, and then some other sort of like vague symptoms. And you know, we've kind of ruled like everything out basically. And so just this week he started getting like really tired, and you know, like wasn't eating well, and you know, said it was kind of like his stomach was sort of like getting worse again. Like, he got better for a little bit, and then he said his stomach was getting worse again and was like worse than it had been. And so we were like, well, fuck, okay. Like, so the things that, you know, are going through my mind are like diabetes, cancer, like some sort of weird, you know, intestinal like blockage, or, you know, there's any number of things that can do this to kids, or like some raging infection, you know, like maybe he's got his appendix is all fucked up, like, but anyway, so we took him into the emergency room, and, you know, we were like, we're just gonna sort this out, because one of the tricks to medicine, as our friend Good Gosh Darn knows, is that going to the emergency room is the place where you, like, literally get every single thing done all at once. So if you've got, you know, a big workup to be done, or like a really broad differential diagnosis, like whatever's going on with you could be a lot of different things, and you need like imaging and labs and, you know, consultants to come and see you and stuff, like the emergency room's a great place to go. But don't tell the doctors I said that. But anyway, we knew this, and so we went in and checked it out, and you know, this is after, you know, a month and probably 4 trips to the doctor, and, you know, my kid just sort of consistently feeling shitty, and so, like, my wife and I are kind of like, you know, kind of legitimately worried at this point, like, man, this, you know, as time goes on, the chances of this being something really bad, you know, kind of increase. So we take him in, and they do all these labs and stuff, and like all that comes back fine. So we actually took him to get labs the day before we went to the emergency room. So we had those results like ready for us, and like went in, and they were like, okay, all that stuff's normal, so we're good. And that pretty much like ruled out big, bad, and ugly, which is great, obviously. So we're in the ER, and we're like, no, okay, so it's nothing like life-changing. So what the fuck is it? You know, like, what is going on? So we get an x-ray. One of the things that they did was they x-rayed his stomach, and I'm going to upload that to Discord and show you guys what his x-ray looked like. And I don't expect any of you to be radiologists here, but I think you'll be able to appreciate exactly what's going on here. All right. Speaking of which, if you haven't joined Discord, please do so. It's here. We're a good community. It's fairly active for how many people are in it, quite frankly. So yeah, come on and say hey. And you get to see cool stuff like this. Why is it always poop with me? Dude, see? This guy knows. This guy knows. So, in your body, your colon goes up. It goes over. So this is your transverse colon here, because it kind of goes back a little bit. So it goes back and then comes down. As you can see, there's bulky stuff everywhere. This is all poop. He is literally full of shit. He's literally full of shit. So, yeah. My son is massively constipated, and has been for like a month. So, what we get to do tomorrow is give my kid what amounts to a colon prep that you would do for GI if you were having a colonoscopy. So we're just gonna give him a whole whole fuck ton of Miralax, basically, and hope for the best. And he is going to absolutely destroy our bathroom. He thinks it's really funny. He has no idea what he's in for. He will think it's a lot less funny by tomorrow afternoon, I guarantee it. What am I doing here? Have the one neuro disease? No. God, what's that called? Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, because one of my favorite moments in residency involved that. Forest cache? Hell yeah. Give me some shit. Oh god, things are mad at me. We're invading their forest and stealing their stuff. Oh god. Ah! Oh, I have no movement skill, that makes life so hard. Ogilvy's disease, that's what you're thinking of. Why is he so full of shit? Well, so that's the thing. So here's what, as far as we can tell, ended up happening. So he had strep, which in little kids, you know, apparently like results in, you know, some degree of like stomach discomfort, whereas in adults it's just like you have a sore throat and maybe like gross infected tonsils. So he had that, and he probably had an enterovirus at the same time, so like a GI bug. And chances are that like basically just sort of messed with his intestines and sort of like backed him up. And since this has kind of like been a chronic thing, you've got like stretch receptors inside your colon that tells you when you need to poop. And so those stretch receptors kind of just like got used to being stretched and like didn't empty properly, and so now he's just got poop everywhere. So and now he also tested positive for enterovirus again, so he's probably actually been sick multiple times over this you know, stretch of him feeling bad, and it just kind of like strung together basically. Jesus, these dudes are freaking hard. I'm gonna stop doing this. This is sort of a waste of my time. Strep Pyogenes. Why is he getting so many enter issues? Because he's a little kid and puts his hands in his mouth all the time. And apparently it's going around like hardcore. Like our pediatrician was like, yeah, this is something that our entire office has had, and like it lasts forever. So she was very unsurprised that was a problem. So that needs to go away, that needs to go away, that also needs to go away. Ditto. Ditto. You can go there. But yeah, she's just like, yeah, everybody has this. So NBD. But yeah, so now we get to do that, and then apparently it takes quite a while for those stretch receptors to like rehabituate to you know, like normal stretch. So we've got to keep giving him Miralax for a long time, like a couple weeks. Like, we're gonna blast him tomorrow and Sunday, but after that it's like once a day, so not really a huge deal. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna sleep. Woo! That one took a while. How do you prevent C. diff when giving antibiotics? You don't. You just hope it doesn't happen. You can give people like probiotics and stuff. That's sorta helps. But not really. Woo! Ah, damn it. Stupid sneezes. Stupid sneezing. Yeah, C. diff is bad stuff, man. You do not want that. Yeah, so we have to frickin' colon prep my son. It is ridiculous. Being a parent is so glorious. Stop sneezing, then I wish I could, man. I wish I could. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I do not want that on space. I want that on... Yeah, I'll put that there for now. Wisdom scrolls. How do you prevent yourself from getting sick when you have kids? That's the fun part. You also don't do anything about that. It is impossible. So when we had my first kid, we had Owen. I'm generally a pretty hardy person. Like, I don't really get sick very often, and if I do, it usually doesn't hit me very hard. I don't know why, but like I had 8 colds when he was 1 year old. Like his first year. 8 colds in cold season. It was freaking miserable. Absolutely terrible. And so far, Naomi has not been as sick. Sick as much as he has, or he was. But she is sick right now. That sucks. How you prevent getting sick in the hospital? Hand washing. That's pretty much it. Oh my god, Brood Princess. Stop freaking following me. The flooded depths. Yeah, that's important. Like, the hand-washing Nazis, there's really something to that. I have to go blow my nose. Be right back. Oh, I like the exposure therapy theory. That's good. That's good. I'll have to try that one. Yeah, surely the nurses have contracted most of the things that are available for contraction. Tried that and got chlamydia. Bummer. But are you now immune to chlamydia, though? Because that's totally how that works. Ah! Ouch! What the fuck? But I have watery discharge. Delightful. It's so gross. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta take one, man. Just gotta take it. I'm sure the chlamydia was worth the experience, right? Let's see. Well, I gotta roll up there. I probably need life first. Yeah, you gotta watch out for the chlamydia nurses, man. Those are the landmines. But hopefully, she also provided, or he provided you some, you know, reasonable immunity to other things as well. So maybe it wasn't all for naught. Was it worth the nut? It sounds like it probably just looks like he's nutting all the time now. What a deal! What a deal! Or he. That was for you, man. That was for you. I'm looking out for you. So yeah, like the hand hygiene thing. That's really the only you know, way to prevent getting sick at all or transmitting diseases of any kind. Like there's been all sorts of nonsense. Like one of the classic back and forth debates is, so there's a nurse association called AORN, which is like Association of OR Nurses, Operating Room Nurses, and it's one of those. They basically just kind of try to throw their weight around a lot on matters that they don't know anything about or that don't make a difference. And one of those things is OR attire. So there's constantly been this like change between, yeah, well, you can wear jackets in the OR. Oh, you shouldn't wear jackets in the OR because they're dirty. Oh, you should wear, you know, bouffant, like, you know, clear lunch lady caps in the OR. Oh, no, you shouldn't do that. You can wear whatever you want. So there's no evidence to support any of this, right? There's no evidence whatsoever. So finally, a couple years ago, there was this huge study. Like, somebody just got fed up with it. A physician, specifically, got fed up with it. And they studied, like, across multiple institutions. They studied, like, the effect of, like, OR attire on surgical site infections. Like, actually put some science to it. And then, hey, guess what? It makes absolutely no difference. Like, there was zero statistical significance between any, like, wearing jackets or not, type of hat that you wore. Like, because a lot of people like to wear, like, customized, you know, hats with, like, their school logo or, you know, Christmas crap on it, you know, like, holiday relevant things. You know, whatever. Just something to express themselves. You can turn your experience into a case report and present it. That's hilarious. You should totally do that. You should absolutely do that. But yeah, it's like they did this huge study and there's like zero difference. So, surprise, surprise. Zero difference. Okay, what am I gonna do? Shrapnel ballista, riposte, puncture. I already got sniper's mark. Found one of those. Maybe I'll take shrapnel ballista just because that's cool. Puncture, huh? Yeah, I'll take shrapnel ballista. And dash. Oh, I have a movement skill. Ah, woo. Okay. Oh my god. Please just take the freaking dash gem. There we go. Yay, skill point. Isn't it better to err on the side of caution? Oh, well, yeah, but both things control your hair and, like, keep hair out of the patient. That's the thing, is like, you know, none of these things make a difference because it sort of assumes that you're, you know, made up in a way that's, like, appropriate for the OR. But as far as, like, whether you do that with cloth or, you know, like a paper cap or a jacket on or, you know, an undershirt under your scrubs, which is what I wear, like, none of those things make any difference. What if you have hair that goes down to your ass crack? Then you're gonna have to stuff that shit in something. They have like extra large bouffant caps, which look hilarious, by the way. It looks like a deflated chef's hat or something. Oh yeah, I should see if he's got a 3-link.
Still alive, are we?
Do you have a 3-link bow for me? No, no, you do not. You have 3-link armor though, that I can't afford. Alright, well, fuck you too. But yeah, you've gotta contain your hair somehow, because that is for sure a risk. I mean, if you like, if you get a hair inside of somebody, that's kind of messed up, right? Your ass is so hairy. So my, I don't know why this reminded me of this statement, but one of the OBs that I work with is retiring soon, and I saw him like in the middle of the night, and he was like, "Hey man, this is my last weekend ever." I was like, "Holy shit, you are super lucky. I am jealous of that." He was like, "Yeah, you know, I had to retire sometime, otherwise I'd just die working." And he He's like, you know, I obviously don't want that to happen, but if I do, I'd rather fall backward than fall forward. It's like, okay. Yeah? Yep. He's an obstetrician, by the way, so think about it. Think about it. Yeah, and he just, like, drops this on me at, like, 2 a.m. It is actually hilarious, right? He's just, like, strolling his happy ass in, you know, early in the morning to deliver a baby. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna make a disgusting vagina joke right now. That's how we're gonna roll today. That's awesome. Let's see. What did I just pick up? Stupid wrong colored short bow. Actual good one. Yeah, imagine the sense of humor, dude. Primal empowered. I'm assuming that means they hurt. If you ever go into GI, you'll make that joke. As you should. As you should. Except in your case, I don't know that it applies. Gotta be careful. You might have to reverse it. I don't know what it is. I really like the graphics for the League mechanic. There's like flashy wisps and stuff are really cool. Boop. Boop. When do I get Toxic Rain? That's gonna be soon, right? Well, Caustic Arrow's not doing too bad so far. I'm pretty okay with this. Euro could also make that joke. They could. Could indeed. Yeah, those guys see some funky shit too, for sure. I feel like I haven't leveled up my gems for a really long time. Maybe it just feels that way. Is this stream beat still? Not my favorite. Okay. Moving on. Someone doing gas research at your school, attempting to reach out? Yeah, I mean, if you can get Durham, that sounds like more your speed, man. But yeah, I mean, any research is going to be helpful. And chances are pretty good that, like, anesthesia research, though, is going to be really, chill. And probably pretty low impact. On you, that is. Probably pretty low impact in general, though. Like, doing meaningful research as a student is quite unlikely, in my opinion. But yeah, if you can get anybody involved, cast research will put you to sleep. Shit. Totally worth it. If I had died there, it still would have been worth it. 3 link with all the wrong colors. Cool. Cool. Oops. Don't want that. But I do want that skill point. Yes, please. Alright, so I guess I'm coming up here next. And 10% more chaos damage. Cool. Alright, yep. Hey, stop that. Yeah, there were some seriously easy anesthesia projects available when I was in residency. Stuff like measuring, like how much like air you put in the pilot balloon to secure a breathing tube. I mean, you know, like Things that would really be shooting fish in a barrel would be like efficiency measures, like evaluating waste, you know, cutting like extra use of stuff out. There's just so much waste in the operating room. That is the lowest of low-hanging fruit. What kind of small talk do I make with patients to make them feel comfortable? As little as possible. I show up and say hi, and I'm pleasant, nice to them, and I tell them I can send them for anesthesia, and then I disappear. My goal is to be there, get the info I need to keep them safe, and leave as fast as humanly possible. Do research on administrative bloat? I mean, that's actually a pretty good topic. Like, the business side of medicine is something that's woefully lacking in, you know, any sort of medical journal. Why do they teach you? Because that's the popular thing to do. Like the whole ask open-ended questions thing. Don't ever fucking do that. Like, you can't do that in actual practice. You know, if you ask a patient, like, well, how do you feel about your heart pain? Like, you don't care. Like, you want to know that he has chest pain, right? Like, when it started, what's it feel like? How long's he been having it? What makes it worse? Like, these are all things that are important. You know, like, what he does professionally, nobody gives a fuck. That has nothing to do, you know, unless it's like a, you know, work, like a toxic environment kind of thing, which does happen. Like, chances are pretty good that that has absolutely nothing to do with their, you know, medical status. It's a waste of your time. You don't care for it and you try to force it if you have to. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the name of the game. Like, you can be a pleasant person without, you know, like, getting deep into anybody's background. Like, I would wager that most of my patients, like, get a positive impression of me. Like, 'cause I'm friendly, I'm upbeat, I'm like, hey, how's it going? You know, like, you know, I really do genuinely care about the people I take care of. I just have no desire to small talk with them at all. You know, like, I want to do a good job, I want to take good care of them, and all that sort of stuff, but, like, I don't give a fuck what you do for a profession, because that doesn't matter. You know, I don't care about your dog or your daughter or any of that stuff. Like, that, you know, that I don't give a shit. We're fixing your broken leg. Like, if you want to tell me about that in, you know, the 3 seconds of spare time I have while I'm, like, doing your consent form, great, go for it, man. But that's in one ear, out the other. I see 25 people a day. Like, I don't give a shit. I gotta get in, get out, figure out what's gonna possibly kill you during your surgery, and make sure I avoid that, or at least stem the tide as much as possible. And I mean, even if I did care, I don't have time. Like, I don't have time to worry about that. Like, we are so busy. We are so very, very busy. Like, our practice in particular, I know I've quoted this number a million times, but we're, you know, we're like top 90th, like we're 90th percentile nationally in terms of productivity per doctor. So we're hustling. We work pretty hard. No, what the fuck? Did I seriously never put my movement skill in? I'm terrible. Terrible at this game. But yeah, generally speaking, any sort of, like, social history, like, they teach you how to do a social history. Anything outside of figuring out, like, what drugs people use and if they smoke and drink is just a waste of your time. You don't need to know any of that.
In the court of the goddess, every man and woman is
I mean, especially for me, because, like, my, you know, anesthesia is all about, like, are they going to acutely die from this thing, you know? Like, and hardly ever does, like, your sexual history matter for that. Ouch. Go on by, Spikes. Does that apply to empathetic statements? Oh, well, no, I mean, you can, like I said, there's still plenty of room to, like, be a person, you know? Like, you can say, "Oh, it really sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear you." Like a lot of these patients are, you know, super sick people, and they have spouses who are super sick or family members, because that's just sort of, you know, that's a socioeconomic status thing, to a large extent. And you know, very frequently people will be like, "Oh, you know, so and so's been in the hospital, or they passed away, or, you know, whatever." And you can still just be like, "Yeah, man, that sucks. Sorry to hear that." But that takes 5 seconds, you know? You, like, listen to what they have to say, their 1 or 2 line blurb, and then you move on. You know? No big deal. Like, you don't have to sit there and, like, talk about Meemaw and how she made the best pies ever before she died. Like, you just say, "Oh, it sucks that Meemaw, you know, isn't here anymore. I feel bad for you. I know how that goes." Okay, so, about your heart attack. Let's talk about that a little more. Does smoking marijuana change the plan? It depends, I guess. So there's always mitigating circumstances, right? So, like, a true surgical emergency is exactly that, right? So basically, whatever you've done, you know, if somebody shot you in the chest, you're going to surgery, whether you had a full meal and, you know, blew a bunch of cocaine like 30 seconds before you came to the hospital, right? Nobody's canceling your surgery. But, you know, if you're wanting to, like, get your trigger finger repaired, then yeah, your shit's getting canceled. You know, if you're acutely high when you show up to the OR. As far as how marijuana, like THC, plays with anesthesia, it's, as far as I'm aware, doesn't really do much. Like, it might sort of synergistically work as a sedating agent, you know, so you, like, might have, like, delayed emergence from anesthesia or something, but that's pretty small potatoes in terms of medical problems. Good gosh darn, thank you, man! Thank you for your continued support, I appreciate it. That is really cool of you, especially given how little I've actually been creating content this year. Thanks to my currently sick fledgling crotch spawn. What kind of questions are my bread and butter? So, you know, again, things that will, like, acutely kill you or, you know, grossly harm you. So I always start from top to bottom. So I'll ask heart and lungs first, just because those are the things that are, you know, sort of the most pressing issues most of the time. So, like, I'll ask about that, and then I'll just, you know, like, physically top to bottom when I say that. So I'll do, like, ask, oh shit, I don't want to be in here. Like, I'll ask if they've had seizures, strokes, and then just kind of, like, work my way down. Like, any difficulty, like, swallowing, any problems breathing. And then I usually ask the social history, like, as a part of, like, the system that I'm working with. So, like, when I ask if they have any breathing problems, I'll see if they, smoke. And, like, when I ask, like, I'll say, do you have any liver or kidney problems? Do you drink? Do you use any drugs? And, like, do you have diabetes? Do you have any bleeding, blood clotting problems? So it's basically just, like, a kind of quick high point review of systems, is what I ask everybody. Like, I'll review their chart first, and then, ooh, quiver. And then, like, depending on what's in their chart, you know, like, you can take a more detailed, focused history. Like, obviously, if they've had a big, you know, cardiac history or something, you want to know more about that. If nitrates are converted to NDMA and NDEA, I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know how those, like, weird metabolite things work. All the biochemistry is basically gone from my brain at this point. Lightning and shock resistant. Yeah, this guy's a real motherfucker. Do I get to leave? Like, he's just a magic enemy? What the fuck? I'm running away. I don't want to deal with that crap. Any recreational drugs that will prevent you from going under? Yeah, like all of them, given proper circumstances. Yeah, like if you're acutely intoxicated and you don't need emergency surgery, you're not gonna have surgery, or urgent surgery, I guess. Because they do, like, basically all street drugs interact with anesthesia somehow. Like, even if it's just additional sedation. Oops. Ooh, level up, baby. Let's get us some chaos damage. That's not what I wanted to do. That is also not what I want to do. Got used to Grim Dawn's keybinds. I'm fucking it up, as per usual. Oh, that's not a 3-link. I thought it was. Oh no, I'm so disappointed. Alright, well, whatever. At least it's an improvement to what I have. And I need to ID that. Maybe I will keep that around for a 3-link. Cool. It's actually pretty interesting rolls for a very low level bow. Huh. Alright. Maybe I'll burn my chrome on it. Nope, not useful. Great. Yeah, so drugs that will prevent you from going under and why. So the general rule of like anesthesia dosing. So we'll start with the basics. So sedating drugs, if you are acutely intoxicated or just a like one-time, you know, user kind of thing, your the amount of anesthesia you need decreases. Seems pretty obvious, right? And the opposite is true for stimulants. So like cocaine or meth or something like that. If you're acutely intoxicated, you need more anesthesia. So the interesting part comes with chronic users. So say if you're an alcoholic and you're not acutely drunk, your anesthesia tolerance will be quite a lot higher. So you'll need, like, basically your brain is habituated to being like depressed all the time, you know, like all of your synapses are like, well, we have all this ethanol on board constantly, so we'll ramp up a little bit. So yeah, they do that, and you need more anesthesia because of it.
Quite sure.
And again, the opposite is also true. So if you're a like chronic meth user and you're not high currently, then you will need less anesthesia to go to sleep. Then there are some more specific interactions, like cocaine has really potent activity at both alpha and beta receptors. And if you're not medical, just like trust me on this one. So alpha receptors basically constrict blood vessels and beta receptors dilate them. So if you give somebody a beta blocker, which is a very common class of drug, then you get nothing but alpha activity, right? So you get massive blood vessel constriction. You can have a heart attack because of that. So if you're acutely on cocaine, don't take a beta blocker because you might die. Get coronary vasospasm.
I'm not up to that.
Not a good thing to have. So do meth? Yes, absolutely. Do lots of meth. It's good for you. Ow. Oh, shoot. Why am I not putting sniper smoke on him? I am a dum-dum. I am le dumb. Ah, run! Run! Run away! Oh, Jesus. That was rough. Oh. So do meth. I'm glad you're taking away all the right lessons from my stream. That's very cool. I must be a better teacher than I thought. Oh god. But yeah, don't go to your surgery drunk. Generally bad plan. And especially don't lie about it. Definitely do not lie to your anesthesiologist. That can be nothing but bad. One of my friends just texted me. One of my partners is watching my stream right now. Hey man, I'm glad you're enjoying me getting my ass kicked by a giant warden, giant jailer. Ah, the pressure's on.
Let me embrace you.
Do I hang out with my coworkers? Well, yeah, this guy in particular was like basically my best friend from med school. Ow, fuck. Got chain slapped. But yeah, I fortunately convinced him to move from DC here. And hopefully it has been a pretty substantial upgrade for him, I think, overall. But yes, the short answer is yes. And we actually have our group Christmas party no, tomorrow. What am I trying to say? Next day? Who the fuck says next day? Anyway. Tomorrow, we're having our group Christmas party, which actually we hadn't had a Christmas party for as long as I had been a member of the group until 3 years ago. And finally we were like, you know, maybe we should, like, boost morale and do this. So I have a friend who actually has a really good, like, farm-to-table restaurant in the city market, which is kind of downtown by Missouri River. It's a really nice place. And so he basically shut the restaurant down, and we had our whole group there, and it was a great experience. So we did another party there the next year, and this year we're just kind of branching out and trying something new. So we're going to a really good Italian place. I'll show you where we're going, actually. It is Roso's. It is a very greasy one, and I mean that in the mobsterist sense. It's a very greasy Italian food, but man, it's good. Yeah, look at those samples, man. This place is delicious. And they entertain all the time. It's kind of an interesting space, actually. It's in a very kind of like old school part of town. Like, it's historically a very Italian part of town, and so there's been a lot of like Vietnamese people moved in there now. So now there's a lot of like good Vietnamese food in the area. He owns a whole ass restaurant, Michael Garozzo. He sure does. He owns several restaurants, in fact. Goes by Mike, and he sounds like he's smoked 5 packs a day for 95 years. He's a very, like, gregarious, personable dude. You know, kind of like roams the restaurant, glad-handing people. Oh, the farm-to-table guy? Yes, he does have a restaurant. Yeah, he is a food nerd in the truest sense. Like, really, really enjoys food and is super into it. You know, sources only really good ingredients. That's one nice part about living in flyover country, man, is the food around here is so good. The meat, I forget how good the meat is here until I go have meat somewhere else. It's like, the meat here is freaking awesome. He's a dog, my friend. The guy with the restaurant? No, he's not. He's a chef. Might have to sample the meat, perhaps. Hey man, if you're ever in KC, I'll show you around. That'd be a great excuse to go eat some delicious food. And there are plenty of options. This is a really good food town. And it's so cheap to live here too. There's like lots of it's relatively easy to start a business up. So there's lots of, you know, artsy shit going on. You know, not all of it makes it, but there's at least like enough opportunity for people to start up their own things, and it's, I mean, there are some really, really good places in town. Dude, the restaurant business sounds fucking terrible. I would never do that. It's so competitive. And the problem is, like, even if you have a really good product, you still have to draw people there. And there's, again, so much competition that that's extremely difficult to do. I mean, I can tell you, like, one of my best friends, another guy, owns a restaurant. It's kind of a sort of a towny place, honestly. But he was a bartender for years, and he is an excellent bartender. He's won multiple, like, you know, flair bartending contests and stuff, so he's like super skilled at it, but he also like has a really good like nose for flavor, and he makes all their own cocktails. You know, they have like all the classic options and stuff, but he's come up with a bunch of, you know, like twists on existing classics and just like straight up original cocktails too. And the food there is very good. But the problem is it is right next to like a couple popular like staples of the neighborhood. You know, that, you know, being a towny place, he would try to draw that populace, and they're already sort of locked into those other places for the most part, right? And like parking situation at his restaurant is not great, so it's sort of, and the signage isn't really very good either, even though it's like on a pretty busy main street. And it's just like sort of hard to get to, you know? Like there's a lot of logistical problems there. In addition to the fact that there's like 5 other restaurants immediately around him. It's like, why would you choose this place other than word of mouth? And the reason is, you know, you probably wouldn't. What do I recommend for beginners? So that my recommendation will be colored by my personal preference, which is dark liquors. So bourbon is kind of all the rage right now. Like, it's super popular to like bourbon. And therefore, lots of the more popular bourbons are very expensive. But you can get a very, very good bourbon for like $30 to $35 a bottle. Rum, similarly. You can get a really nice bottle of rum for even less than that, probably 25 to 35. And it sort of depends on what flavors you like, too. I would also suggest, like... So I feel like darker beers have a little more, like, flavor profile to them. Like, there's a little more going on, more options for cool shit to do. Like, IPAs are kind of IPAs. You know, they all taste very similar. Is alcohol supposed to taste like poison? That's fair. So it's, yeah, I mean, like, to me, like, the burn is part of it. You know, it's, like, that's part of the flavor, but you don't want it to, like, you want it to be smooth, but the fact that you're drinking ethanol can't really be erased. It's still gonna be pretty potent, right? But, like, a good bourbon, so my personal favorite bourbon for the price is, I will show you. Let's serve this one. Or actually, I think it's this one. Single batch, yeah. Yeah, this is delicious. Go away. Yeah, so 55 bucks a bottle, so it is not expensive, or not cheap. Start with a hard lemonade. God damn it. Don't start with a hard lemonade. I mean, that's the easiest thing to drink, probably. Like, if you're talking about drinking something that tastes like it has no alcohol in it, then yeah, do like a fucking wine cooler or some shit. Like, you know, and if you really want to up the ante, like, pour vodka in it. You still won't taste it. But this is extremely smooth. And there's a cheaper bottle that's this. You can actually get this at Costco for $30. Totally worth 30 bucks. Like, whoever's not rating this a 5 star is just, like, fucked in the head. This is delicious bourbon. Like, this punch is way, way above its weight. So yeah, highly recommend this. Very, very smooth. Lots of, like, caramel and vanilla flavors to it, which is what I like. I like the very sweet bourbons. But yeah, you'll spoil yourself pretty quick if you drink stuff like that. Might have to give it a go. Yeah, it's really good. It's delicious, and you can, if you want to make it more of a like cocktail, it's pretty tough to go wrong with an old fashioned. Like get yourself some Luxardo cherries, or cocktail cherries specifically. Don't use maraschino cherries. It's just weird. Oops, I can't type. Yeah, these. They're like true maraschino cherries. These are fine. I actually have these in my fridge right now. They're delicious, pretty similar. But the like, you know, neon red, these things, don't fucking use those for drinks, especially if you're using nice bourbon. But yeah, an old fashioned is just basically like, bitters, or sorry, yeah, orange bitters, twist of orange, and a cocktail cherry, and like 2 shots of bourbon. It's delicious. The cherry like totally cuts out any of the alcohol burn, in my opinion. And especially again, if you're using nice bourbon, it's super duper smooth. Manhattan, kind of the same way. It's like 2-to-1 bourbon and vermouth, sweet vermouth, and then a cocktail cherry, or 2, if you want to like really like the cherry. Can you mix Cope and bourbon? So yes, actually. So that's sort of like a cardinal sin for most people. But what you do is you just add a splash of Coke. So if you put a splash of Coke in it, it just adds this like really cool caramel flavor to it. Like if you actually mix it like half and half, you just like destroy the bourbon, and you know, or the drink, you know, whatever alcohol you're mixing it with. Which is kind of the point of most mixed drinks, right? Is like you want it to like taste sweet and delicious, and not like savor the experience. You're just kind of trying to pound it and get hammered. But yeah, if you want to actually like enjoy the alcohol, you just put a splash. I'm talking like, you know, 5 mils of Coke or something in your bourbon. It's very good. Underrated technique, in my opinion. You can do the same with rum. Like, if you have a really high-quality rum, like, Coke adds a really good caramel flavor to it. Just a splishy splash. But yeah, I mean, if you want to just, like, make a straight-up mixed drink and, like, you know, go get hammered, more power to you, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't waste good alcohol on it. This is my advice. Ooh, a 3-link. Yay! Boop. Pierce that. What else do I want to put in there? Viper Strike. Huh. I want to start living with Viper Strike, Jim? Yeah, why not? I don't really need that, I guess. A little extra accuracy? That's probably worth putting on there. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I personally have just gotten into bourbons probably, I don't know, maybe over the last like 2 years, I guess. One of my good friends actually like collects like bourbons, whiskeys, scotches. He's got a huge rack of them, and he knows a lot about them, and he's recommended most of these things to me. But yeah, if you have a Costco membership, that's the best place to buy alcohol, man. They always have a really good selection of everything. And the Costco brand stuff is actually really high quality. or excuse me, the Kirkland brand stuff is really high quality. Because that's Costco's brand. Like, for instance, their vodka is Grey Goose. Like, Kirkland brand vodka is basically Grey Goose. Their bourbon right now is $17.92, which is that's probably a $35 bottle of bourbon. So it's, you know, it's good. Not as good as Russell's, though. Russell's is very, very tasty. But yeah, definitely looking forward to our Christmas party next... I almost said next day again. What's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Yeah, it's... I gotta decide what I want. There's... You know, it's like a prefix kind of thing. So we've got 3 entree choices, and I just have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna get. It's between, like, a chicken over, like, linguine and, like, a garlic cream sauce, basically. Veal parmesan or a, like, seafood pasta. And I got nothing, man. All of those sound really, really good. I probably will not do the veal. That's probably number 3, I would say. I'm leaning towards the chicken. But I feel very weird about getting chicken at a nice restaurant that I'm not really paying for. I feel like it's a wasted opportunity. But, you know, it is what it is. If it's good, it's good. Man, Stream Beats is really, like, up the ante here. Like, the initial releases, I feel like, were pretty bland, uninteresting. But, like, the newer tracks are much better quality. Maybe actually, like, because the first ones, so these are all by a guy named Harris Heller, who, if you're unfamiliar with him, is, like, basically he's got a fairly popular YouTube channel, I think, that's pretty much about, like, tech and gadgets and reviewing AV stuff. Actually, I've done a lot of, like, he helped me a lot setting up my stream. Like, he's got a really, really useful video about, sound equalization, basically. And I know the sound isn't 100% perfect on this stream, but it's pretty freaking good for the amount of money that I have invested in it. But anyway, he was basically like, hey, you know, when Twitch went through all of the, like, RIAA, DMCA, that's what I'm looking for. The DMCA, you know, takedowns and stuff, and all the content creators were just, like, deleting all their VODs because they're like, well, shit, you know, I'm gonna get sued and lose all my money because I have literally thousands of instances of copyright infringement on my streams. And so they just had to, like, delete everything. And so he was like, well, shit, why don't I just make an entire library of music that's copyright free and post it on Spotify so I get paid per play? And that's exactly what he did, and he makes, like, literally millions of dollars. Makes millions of dollars a year from streamers playing his songs. And he made a couple videos talking about that, where I think he makes, like, 1/3 of a cent per play or something. But, like, how many songs have I played just in, you know, the hour I've been streaming? Probably 20. They're all really short songs. And there's literally millions of people streaming on Twitch. Like, you know, intermittently. And I think he has something like 90,000 active users per month. So, I mean, that's a lot of passive money. And he just, like, paid some dude on Fiverr, I think, like, $40,000 to, you know, to make the initial tracks that he released. I mean, what an investment, Jesus Christ. And that's, like, completely passive. He puts zero effort into that, other than just what he wants to. Like, I think he's a musician by trade. That's sort of how he first came to, you know, popularity. Like, I think he and his wife had a channel on Vines when that was a big social media platform. And so he enjoys making music and posts a fair amount of stuff, I think, on his own. But yeah, I mean, if he didn't want, like, he didn't want to fuck with it, he'd just keep making cash hand over fist. And he uses, of course, his own platform to, you know, advertise, clearly. Why would you not? Like, his whole brand is focused on telling streamers, you know, how to do shit, basically. So you got an easy solution to, you know, the music listening problem. Okay. So where do I go from here? Well, I want this, for sure. So I guess I'm gonna come back and just start getting poison nodes, huh? Is that, though, what I want to do? Maybe I'll just set myself up to get poisoned. So I really think that, like, Toxic Rain and Caustic Arrow are gonna do well for me for a while, and I won't really be able to automate Blade Blast for a long time. I can't even wear Katava's helmet until level 44. So that's 15, 10, that'd be 40. The gem is another 40, and Herald of Agony is also, that's 20. Okay, so I just need to get down here to be able to poison stuff 100% of the time. Well, that's doable. So that's what? 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 7. Oh, there's a much easier way to do this. Want that. I don't know that I want any of those just yet, so rock with this. They'll probably do that here. That's how many? 43 points? Okay, well that's perfect. Yeah, that'll work out great. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Love it. Okay. Yeah, Hair Seller, very, very useful channel if you're looking to, like, content create in any capacity. Yeah, I guess I should probably get that. Oh my god, I'm so slow. Travel to the ship graveyard. Oh yeah, I gotta go back and kill Fairgraves. Forgot about that. Shit. Well. No, of course I I turned around like right before the exit was gonna show up on the minimap. That figures. No, I don't want to go in there. My character is trash right now. I don't feel like I can kill stuff in there in the League mechanic well enough to really like explore what's going on. I remember doing this with Betrayal, which that was a terrible experience. Trying to like engage with it early on. Just got my ass handed to me over and over and over. Speaking of getting my ass handed to me. Chain explosions, that was cool. Ooh, Orb of Alchemy. I think that will buy me my Ethereal Knives of Lingering Blades gem that I want / need for this build. How exciting. God, fuck you. There we go. Wait, so what's the derm research you're getting into? By the way, do you know what it is? Or are you just aiming for derm research in general? Mr. Princess. Mr. Princess? Yeah, sure. We'll go with it. We'll go with Mr. Princess. Mother's Lair. I feel like I should probably have some cold resist, and I do not. I literally do not have cold resist, so let's go back to town. Oh, I got some freaking quest rewards to get anyway. Hello. Alright, what do you got for me? Added cold damage, lesser multiple projectiles. Or void manipulation. I feel like I'm hitting crowds pretty good. We'll take that. Reeve, lightning arrow. Toxic rain. Boom. Hell yeah. Oops. Ballista. Let's see. Siege ballista. No. Shrapnel ballista. Also no. That's what I want. Sweet. Alright. Ooh, that is fantastic. So let's get Toxic Rain there. Sniper's Mark goes there. Alright, and we have the basics of the build for the next, like, 40 levels-ish? Cool. Precision, Smoke Mine, Blink Arrow. Let's take some Precision. Oh yeah, I was gonna get a Sapphire Ring. Or not. or maybe not. Okay. Well, here goes nothing.
Goodbye.
The Cavern of Anger. Wait, how many ballistic totems can I use at once? I actually don't know. I've never used ballistic totems. Well, there's 3 of them. That seems like that's doing pretty decent damage. Oh god. Ow. As it turns out, having no cold resist versus a cold damage boss is not great. Ow. Yeah, fortunately, that Toxic Rain Ballista is actually doing some work. Ooh, level up. That's a good time for a level. All my potions are out, basically. Oh. Oh. Goodness. Dude, I'm just like constantly chilled. This is bad. Oop, gotta stay near my totems, I guess, as much as I can. Boop, boop, boop. Where'd you go? There you are. Hi. Oh, she's dead. Sweet.
That's what did this
Well, that
to you,
worked out.
Raphael.
Okay. Onward. Damp diary.
Kissed me. Promised that he would be by my side forever.
A damp diary about kissing people. Hmm.
I sang for Oriath with his
Dirty,
gem
dirty.
throat.
Let's see.
Khaleesi's voice.
Oh, God.
Sang in her echo, performing arias that had once made the Empire weep.
My Allflame, but please understand.
Please understand. Fairgraves. You double deal and jerk off. Here. Have some toxic rain ballistas. Boop. Why, yes, I will level up my Viper Strike gem. Come on, bro. There you are. Ooh, those ballistas do work.
You're a good man in a bad situation, Fairgraves.
Alright. Cool. Let's see if I can get that Ethereal Knives gem. I don't have a trade page up, do I? Of Lingering Blades. Yes, that's what I want. Aw, bitch. What? Affliction. Oh, they're a chaos. Okay. Well, I'm poor, so I can't afford that. I thought maybe an alchemy orb would get it. Alas. Quite the lady killer, aren't you?
I thought you were. Goodbye.
Oof, servers are not great right at the moment. Not great. Okay. Act 2. Fight. Somebody's murdering a robot. Hang on. Hang on, monkeys. I have to skip a track. Loud chips. Yeah, well. it fits. If the shoe fits. Man, I wish I'd known about Fiverr a long time ago. That's a super useful resource for like any art or anything that you need done. Like really any sort of creative project at all. Very, very useful platform for any of that. Like when we were starting my business, we kind of, like, I just had no idea what I was doing, frankly. And one of our friends who was in marketing was like, "Oh yeah, I've got a friend that'll, you know, like make a logo for you." And we were like, "Oh sweet, that's freaking awesome. Thanks for the referral." And it ended up being really, really expensive. Whereas, by contrast, when I started streaming, I've forgotten where I heard about Fiverr. Probably from some, like, you know, learn to stream, self-help kind of thing, like you're a seller. Like, looked it up, and I got my, like, branding done for, like, 20 bucks. And it was, like, 700 for the logo for my business. And honestly, like, the quality's not a whole lot different. Probably a little better, I guess, for the business, but not $700 better by any stretch of the imagination. What's up, Groost? Hi, Groost. Let's see. Do you have a 3-link for me? Blue. What would I use that's blue with Toxic Rain? Don't know. What's up, Yuna? You get some gems? No, you don't. What a jerk. Freaking love Einhar, dude. He is easily my favorite NPC in this game. So, a couple years ago, they had like a Path of Exile gaming convention. This was like right before the pandemic, I think. The summer before the pandemic. They had a dude they had the guy who did the voice acting for Einhar dressed up in character at the con, and he was like going around like saying voice lines and like kind of generally just like being like sort of a creepy dude, like intentionally so. Which sounds amazing. I would have totally paid to see that. Like, he's got all sorts of, like, sort of ridiculously overbearing, hilarious comic lines. Seeing the actual voice actor do that would have been great. I think he was, like, there the whole con. He was just, like, walking around, messing with people. I love that. What a great idea. One skill point available. Let's use it to get some life. Oh, nope, don't want that. Yeah, Toxic Rain. Man, that thing... God, what a huge difference in damage that made. Victor Square. Boop, boop. Dude, this is really nice because I can just, like, fire that shit, set it on the ground, and run by. Then everything dies. Just the way I like it. I placed those pretty quickly. Part of the reason that I went against the Divine Eye or Totems was... Totems. I was kind of worried that I wouldn't be able to... Like, that'd be a super clunky playstyle. Which I think maybe it still is, but... like, I did do one totem build a long time ago. Like, literally years ago. And it was very difficult to keep the totems alive. I think it was a Shrapnel Ballista build, actually. And the totems just, like, ate shit constantly. But also Shrapnel Ballista is, like, a terrible skill, so... probably didn't really help very much. Greater Mana Flask, yes please. Did I get that waypoint? Yeah. Let's go kill me a bandit.
Your trouble.
Kill Creighton. There we go. Let's just drop all that damage over time everywhere. Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. I wonder if I should do Toxic Rain Mines. That'd be kind of cool. Well, it'd be a lot more hands-on, though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Burp, burp, burp. Where you going, Creighton? Come over here, man. All the goodies are right here. This game is such eye cancer. I feel sorry for those of you who don't actually understand this game, because there is no way in hell that you have any idea what the fuck is happening, even on, you know, this is like basically the beginning of the game. There's just like green shit exploding everywhere. There's no way that you have a clue what's happening. But you should pretty much be used to that by now. That's just sort of how this goes. Ow. Ooh, that hurt. I think I just like pushed off a pressure point in my hand. Yikes. Alright, let's sell some crap. Do I want to sell that leather cap? Actually, probably not. Here. I want to take that dash out of here. And then we'll ID this, ID that, ID that. Throw it. Well, it's already in my inventory, might as well sell it. Did I want to sell that or use it? Probably want to use that. Shoot. Alright. Not the most inefficient trip to the vendor, but that's okay. What else do I want to sell? Do I want to sell that? Or do I want more? Yeah, probably need mana more than I need dexterity, considering I have a shitload of dexterity. It's kind of a jaunty little 8-bit tune. Precision, Burning Arrow, Ancestral Call. When did I get that? Don't remember picking up that at all. Okay, no gems from you. Great. I want to go this way first. There's a shrine to clear. That sounds like experience. The one trick that I've heard, like, I've been trying for a really long time to figure out how to get music from the actual, like, stream to not transfer over into the VODs. And there's a way to do that through OBS, the broadcasting software, for if you only broadcast to Twitch. But since I multi-stream, there is not a way that I'm aware of. But one trick that you can use is to play video game music. And that way all of the, like, sensors and stuff think that you're, like, playing that game. So it's kind of an interesting way around, you know, the copyright stuff. But, you know, obviously that means that you can't, you know, play your whatever music you actually want to listen to. So, I mean, for me, that's not really a huge deal, like, you know, getting copyright claimed on my videos, because I don't make any money off my videos anyway, because I have no viewership. And so, but, you know, maybe in the future at some point, I'll actually make, like, a few dollars from streaming and or YouTube videos when I have time to, you know, invest in those things a little bit more. Which I do plan to do, by the way. I really enjoy this, actually. But yeah, for right now, like, I could just play whatever fucking music I want and not worry about it. Because it doesn't matter. Like, really, I just have to stop if I get, like, copyright struck or something. Which, I have totally gotten before, by the way. I posted the, like, salary information, the MGMA data for physician earnings on Reddit, just in, like, an open thread, and 100% got copyright struck for that. But that's okay. Worth it. That was a very popular post. There were thousands of people who saw that and surely downloaded it. So, good. Fuck you, corporations. Doctors are gonna know what they're worth. That is really important. But yeah, anyway, regarding, like, content creation and stuff, I had kind of hoped that maybe I'd be a little bit further along, in terms of creating some independence from my kid, but that has definitely not happened. Like, as you may recall, I made, like, a State of the Channel video a couple months ago when I thought maybe I saw some light at the end of the tunnel, but that light disappeared very quickly. And so, you know, here we are. Things are improving for sure. We're, kind of trying to get my kid not breastfed anymore, and pretty successfully, really. And just sort of moving along. So, hopefully I'll kind of be a little more free during the day here shortly to at least kind of, you know, make a YouTube video every now and then. Those really take very little effort because they're pretty much just one takes, to be honest. Just like choose something to talk about and then like talk. And if I like really fuck something up, I edit that out, but that's about it. That's pretty much the only editing I do. And the like what little research I need to do, I just like do while I'm at work. It's not a big deal. But they're, I still think, interesting topics. Or at least the ones that I've done in the past, you know. I'd like to get back to that. It's kind of fun. Kind of fun. Yeah, this has been an interesting little hobby. Alright, let's get in here. Yep, I hear you. I really do like the Emperor's line. This like, I very much do not like the labyrinth. Like, I think that's a terrible part of this game that they just sort of refuse to phase out, even though that's pretty much the, you know, prevailing sentiment is that the like labyrinth trials really suck and just sort of pain in the ass. But they finally made the last labyrinth like much more accessible and, you know, easier to get through, basically. Because you pretty much just, like, spammed global chat and were like, hey, I need this labyrinth. Please help. Because it was, like, impossible to find the right one. Like, I had a couple characters that I got into, like, the 90s. Like, level 90 before they actually completed their labyrinths. Even though it's supposed to be, like, a level 75 thing. Let's see. That's not where I wanted to go. Boo. It's kind of a quirky jam. Man, I gotta get used to having Quicksilver potions again. Grim Dawn has kind of ruined me, man. Like, way too used to just having the dodge, which Grim Dawn didn't even used to have at all. They didn't have the dodge move. It was a very slow-paced game. Let's see. Probably, hits and ailments. I don't think anything that I have is actually an ailment right now. So maybe I'll hold off on the marked enemy stuff until I poison. Decisions. Ow! What froze me? Oh, the skeleton, of course. Durr. This is going pretty smooth with the Toxic Rain, man. If I get another, I need to go back and get another Void Manipulation gem and link that up. That'll do way more damage. Ooh, Acceleration Shrine. Yes, please. As it turns out, you still don't move if you're frozen, even if you have an Acceleration Shrine. Hey, dude. Have some Toxic Arrows. Boop. Golden Hand. Off I go. No, you know what? I should probably take the easy experience. Oh, Heavy Belt. Yep. I would like that. Extra strength. That'll be very helpful, actually. I don't think I have access to much strength throughout, like, any of this build, so that will be a useful thing to have. Alright, I got that. What's up, Aramir? That look in your eye. What next? Oh yeah, I need to go get gems. Thank you. Can I buy gems from you yet? No. Of course not. Void manipulation. Cool. You go there. Thank you. And I will do that and that. So now my Toxic Rain does even more damage.
While we live, we are blessed.
That woman is poison. Will knock you all down. Bonus points if anybody gets that reference. That is old school shit. I love how dash is like kind of like a teleport, so you just run up the side of a wall. Whoop! Sort of a goofy quirk of the game, I guess. Oh, hey, Honor. I don't really want to mess with the beasts. Like, the red beasts are actually kind of hard. They get really hard later. Yeah. They spawn tons of shit. It's a really good way to get hung up. You are welcome, Omen. Well, I guess I killed one of the beasts somehow. That's cool. Several of the beasts, in fact. That is a chromatic orb. I'll take it. Man, this is working out pretty well. I do wonder if I will run into the same problems that Good Gosh Darn did and damage kind of craps out later on. Because there's not a whole lot of stuff to, like, in at least my build, to scale just, like, regular chaos damage over time. It's all, like, poison scaling. I've already got all of the regular old poison scale, or chaos dot scaling that I'm gonna get. So, yeah, that could be interesting. I want to suppress spell damage first or get life. Probably life. Let's go life. Because that's good for my recovery too. I forgot that it has 2% of life on kill. That is nice. That adds up. I'm kind of hammering potions at the moment anyway. So that'll help that problem a bit. Man, I used to live for Diablo 2 ladder resets. That was like fucking Christmas times 2 when I was back in high school, man. I loved doing that. I would like rush the ladder. I always had a couple good friends that I would play with, and we would just totally no life it. And I was usually like near the top, honestly. I was like, you know, top 20-ish for whatever character I was playing. Always a really good time. But no more of that. No more of that. Dude, the 8-bit music is killing me. This is like quirky and great. Ooh, massive shrine. It feels like I'm playing Earthbound. Did you guys ever play Earthbound? It's a great game, but it's like its whole thing is to be sort of like innocently bizarre. Like the music is very offbeat. Strange fact. So, here, I'll show you one of my favorite music albums of all time. Yep. There we go. This. Oops. Don't want to play it. That's not what I thought it was. There we go. Sasha and John Digweed. This is a really awesome album if you enjoy electronic music. But this guy, Keiichi Suzuki, is the guy who composed Earthbound's soundtrack. But this sounds, it's like an actual song. It sounds nothing like this or like Earthbound. I am very surprised by the single disc version. Oh, I don't know what the single disc version is. 0 Degrees South is really good too. But 0 Degrees North is really good. Worth a listen for sure. Sorry to interrupt. Time will soon run out to donate $2.75. Thanks, but no thanks, Wikipedia. It is time to hunt. Oh shit, went the wrong way. Boo. Boo. Oh, went the wrong way again. Cool, so I did it twice. Love that pathing. Damn it. I waste so much time just like backtracking when I fuck up. Oh, nice little freeze there. Oh, I forgot there's a trial in here. They at least don't make you do the trial of ascendancy more than once for a given league. That's merciful. That would be very problematic if you had to do that for every character. Yep. Dodge right through those bitches. Yay, levels. I like levels.
The former is wisdom, the latter is fear.
I wonder if I want to pick up some leech while I'm actually attacking things. I don't really do like attack damage though. It's all weird ground effect nonsense. So I don't think that would actually help me now that I think about it. Damn, I'm very impressed by how much the Stream Beats music has improved. Much better offerings than it used to have. What's up, Helena? slaughtered everyone! Well, guess what? It gets to eat a whole bunch of toxic nonsense. Fidelitas, the morning. Ow. You just stay right there inside all of that damage over time. Yeah, just soak up some toxins. Alright. What's up, Helena? Wow, that is a lot better than what I have. Holy shit, that's an upgrade. Okay. Jesus. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. Wow, that's a really good roll, too. Got attacks? Man, okay. What's up, Groost? The Oriothan girl. Snaring arrow. Yeah. Hail of Agony, that's what's up. Okay, cool. So I need that. Not right now, but I will. Helena, what's up? Uh-huh. Okay, so I did everything up there. You know, I probably ought to go. Bummer. My daughter's sick, and I think she's going to be up a whole bunch tonight, so... Alas, the league start must come to an end for now. So, thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. That was a good stream. It was fun. I'm glad I got to get on tonight. I thought I was going to be on and off and interrupted often. Yeah. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thank you again for coming out. I think that's all I got. I'll be on as much as I can. Because I'll be, I really want to pump this character as quick as I can. But, you guys take it easy. I will hopefully see you Sunday. That's my goal. That's my goal. But, take care. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you had a good time. I'm Milkman L. Peace out.